Alright, boys, today we're gonna be watching Mr. Echidnut for the first time on the channel. I obviously know of him, right? I haven't actually watched his ReZero content, no shit, but I obviously have watched his like anime rankings and his seasonal anime rankings. He's hilarious. But I'm finally glad to be able to watch some of his content, his ReZero content that he's popular for. Today, we're gonna be watching Omega. So it's probably just gonna be the part that they cut out in the anime. News did go over it a little bit, but I hope to see a little more in depth from Echidna here. So let's see what he got for us today, man. Let's go.
The final chapter of ReZero Season 2 was cut from the anime entirely, probably
Crazy.
because it would have been one of the biggest cliffhangers of all time. Aside from that, it was also my personal favorite moment in the ReZero novel. Ever since I first read this chapter, I looked forward to
This is ugly. We do not need subtitles for this.
the day I would finally get to see it animated. And then it became cut content. But this chapter will always be special to me, so hopefully this video can serve to share some of that excitement with all of you.
Alright. Let's go.
The last chapter of ReZero Season 2 begins in a dark place with the sound of footsteps echoing through the corridor. Due to the melting snow, the mud and gravel were painfully cold underneath her bare feet, but she continued walking until she reached the outside, seeing the sunlight again for the first time in 400 years.
Oh, man.
She expected her reunion with life to be rather moving, yet not a touch of emotion could be found in her eyes. Her lack of amusement was disappointing, yet something that impressed her was how well the reactivation ritual had remained intact. As she adjusts her eyes to the bright sun, she silently applauds herself for the convincing performance she delivered. As expected, her plan was successful. The fact that she's alive again was proof of that. The pink-haired woman appeared uncomfortable in her small body, but knew she would eventually grow accustomed to it. Adapting to things was never an issue for the thirst for knowledge incarnate. Because she was no longer Ryuzu Shima, she decides to call herself Omega, which means...
There it is. So, from what I remember, right? Because News low-key went over it a little. I don't really remember him doing it that crazy, but correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty much, it's like it's not all of Echidna, right? It's like a part of Echidna. So like technically, it's not fully her, but like it has like some of her like I guess like being. You know what I mean? So that's why technically it's actually like not just Echidna. It's just like Omega. Like it's like a part of Shima and a part of Echidna. I could be fucking that up so badly, but that's kind of my understanding. Cause like low-key any news, he did give me an idea of it, but like it's a little confusing still. But I think it's just crazy that that entire last part was cut out, even though it's pretty important. Now, how is that gonna play out in the future of ReZero? And I don't know if they're gonna actually like, you know, put that shit in like definitely not season 3. I don't think it's in season 3. I don't know if it's gonna be season 4. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they're gonna like ever like cover that in the actual anime, which is fucking insane. But hey, man, at least we're out here watching this, right?
She decides to call herself Omega, which means the end, according to Subaru's memories from Earth. Omega's only regret was not being...
Alright, I'll let him cook then. Let's go a little bit back. I'll let him cook.
Things was never an issue for the thirst for knowledge incarnate. Because she was no longer Ryuzu Shima, she decides to call herself Omega, which means the end, according to Subaru's memories from Earth. Omega's only regret was not being able to witness Emilia suffering during her third trial. Although she despised Emilia, Omega also appreciated her cooperation.
So even in this, even as Omega, even Omega hates Emilia with her guts. That's so fucking funny, dude. Echidna's such a hater. Like this girl hates no matter fucking what, man. It's so fucking funny. My God.
If Emilia hadn't broken the barrier, Omega's half-elf body wouldn't be able to leave the sanctuary.
Oh, wait, run that back again?
hadn't broken the barrier, Omega's half-elf body wouldn't be able to leave the sanctuary.
Interesting.
So, for that, she was grateful, but thinking about
I mean, that makes obvious sense, but it's still kind of interesting. Alright, I'll let him... Anyway.
Thinking about Amelia made Omega's chest overflow with emotions, so she ignores them and ventures out through the forest while opening and closing her hands to make sure they're functioning properly. Reflecting back on the final events of the sanctuary, she notes that Beatrice has parted ways with the archive. Roswaal has lost his guiding light, and Garfield is still completely filled with anger inside.
Yeah.
She looked forward to watching over them, from the sun and in the shadows. 400 years, this world had awaited her return, and what it offered her now was infinite potential to satisfy her inexhaustible curiosity.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Dude, but like, this is like perfect for her. This is like, dude, 400 years, right? Because you gotta think about it like this, right? 400 years of pretty much the world evolving, going forward, right? You're not, I gotta remember, Echidna was obviously dead for 400 years, right? So that everything that happened during that time, she was not there for it. So now that she's actually here, 400 years of story, of history, that she has no knowledge of, the Witch of Greed is going to have a fucking field day.
Her inexhaustible curiosity.
Yo, she's gonna have a field day.
She picks a flower and pops it into her mouth, questioning why it would someday wither. Both flowers and memories alike would eventually grow faint, and Omega wondered if perhaps now she'd be able to someday understand. Why must love fade? Once again, the witch was unleashed upon the world.
Oh, shit. Dude, that's fucking crazy. The end?
Yeah, so that's how season 2 was supposed to end. Of course, my garbage video doesn't do it justice, so...
Nah, I thought that was tough. Nah, I ain't garbage. Yo, that shit was tough as fuck. Yo, low key, you gave that shit some aura. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, okay, give yourself some props, man.
Of course, my garbage video doesn't do it justice, so if you'd like to read the chapter yourself, it's right at the end of Light Novel Volume 15, or right at the end of Arc 4 in the web novel.
Okay.
There's multiple reasons I call this my favorite chapter. Firstly, it gave an additional purpose to all the happy moments in this season's conclusion. Now, instead of just being there, they also serve as build-up for a shocking plot twist that completely changes our perspective of what we saw this season.
Correct. Actually, one thing that was always that was like very like shocking about ReZero is that it actually ended with a happy ending. You know what I mean? Like, that shit actually ended happily. Like, I'm not gonna lie, at the end of season 2, I was like, yo, is there gonna be a twist at the end? Because like, I know that season 1 ended on a happy note. Obviously, I remember that. But like, technically in the director's cut, it didn't, right? In the director's cut, season 1 ended with the Who is Rem, technically. But since I watched a normal episode, right? Technically, it ended on a happy note, right? But ReZero is such a tragic and just like fucked up anime. I thought they were gonna fuck me up, bro. I thought at the end of season 2, they were gonna like pull like the switch or some shit. They're gonna be like, psych, Subaru died or some shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they were gonna do, but like, I didn't really expect it to be a fully happy ending. And the fact that it actually was in the anime shocked me. But no, in the light novel, of course, right? I watched the incomplete episode. I don't know if you're making fun of people. I can't troll, because you'll be trolling. I can't tell if you're dead ass. Because like, dude, people, you know, some people were like, yo, where's the final scene, bro? And I'm like, yo, I watched the normal episodes. We're watching the normal episodes. Keep that in mind. But I obviously know the director's cut, but we're watching the normal episodes, so. Yeah, who is Petra? Yo, that would've been crazy. Dude, who is Petra at the fucking end? Or like someone, I don't know, some like crazy ass shit, but I definitely love the happy ending though. I think it really suited season 2. I think season 2 needed to end like that. I think with so much shit that happened in season 2, tragedy, sadness, like all this shit, right? I think it deserved a happy ending. So I'm not mad at it, and I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I'm complaining about happy endings in ReZero. I'm just saying it's weird, unexpected, right? I don't know, but Yeah.
What we saw this season. Echidna was always the one in control. Everything that happened was all just part of her plan. It was like
Yep.
Subaru and the rest of the cast were just Echidna's puppets who mistakenly thought they had free will. The reason Echidna always looked like she was planning something is because she was.
Yeah.
The chapter also highlighted her curse. For the first time, we got to witness the affliction Echidna suffers from endlessly. The insatiable desire for unattainable gratification forever plagues Echidna, unwavering in both life and death.
That just reminds me of like the Greed What If, dude. One day we're watching that. I think that's season 4 spoilers, right? Like, bro, I would love to watch the Greed What If. I think that's so interesting, right? The concept of Subaru actually accepted the contract and then literally just like, and him literally like what, dying like millions of times, bro. Like, and him go like pretty much just like losing his humanity and losing himself. Echidna also, like, I think that'd be crazy. I think that'd be fucking wild to like, I see like how that would go, but yeah, I mean, but I could definitely see why it was confusing for a lot of people like me, like, wow, it was a happy ending, because it's just, they cut that shit out, but yeah. I'm good to watch the Pride and Greed ifs and Wrath. I mean, I'll have to see. I'll have to confirm that, because I ain't trying to, because listen, I'm fine. Oh, season 3 spoilers? Oh, well, there you go. I'm fine with season 5 and up and beyond spoilers. Keep that in mind, because like we don't know when ReZero's coming back. Like I dead ass. We don't know when ReZero's coming back, and I'm gonna be honest, I'll be perfectly fine with season 5 and beyond spoilers if it means we can watch some peak videos. Honestly, and it's probably gonna be characters introduced that I'll maybe forget about. It's gonna be like a year or two, or even more for the next season. Who fucking knows, right? Like, so I don't know, but. We'll dabble into that more in the future, but you know, keep that in mind, man. I'm trying to do some what ifs.
So highlighted her curse. For the first time, we got to witness the affliction Echidna suffers from endlessly. The insatiable desire for unattainable gratification forever plagues Echidna, unwavering in both life and death. It's why her second coming lacked any pleasure or joy. Even after being dead for 400 years, almost immediately upon resurrecting, life alone was no longer enough to satisfy her.
Yikes, dude. This is fucking crazy. I think Mr. Echidnut here is doing an amazing job.
No matter what, she always needs more. And that's what makes her such a perfect example of greed personified. Why I Must Love Fade is my favorite quote from the novel because I think it describes Echidna flawlessly. I interpreted love fading as a metaphor for Echidna's fleeting satisfaction. Greed makes it impossible for her to be satisfied, so the reason love fades is because of greed.
Ooh, well said. Wait, what? That's actually low key. He's cooking. Greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts that person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching satisfaction. Dude, facts. That line makes so much sense. Oh my god.
It's because of greed. But the fact that Echidna's asking that question means greed is the one thing she doesn't understand, despite having infinite knowledge.
Greed is the one thing she doesn't understand, despite having infinite knowledge. That is so... Whoo, shit.
Very poetic, and this chapter was really the first time the author let us understand a little bit about Echidna. It might have been the shortest, most simplistic chapter of the entire novel, yet I felt it was by far the most impactful. But
for sure, it's just, as he said, that's poetic. That's yeah, I think that's an amazing fucking chapter. Very unfortunate they skipped it.
For anyone who's wondering how Echidna revived herself, it was the result of two things. A reactivation ritual that was established even before her death.
Right, reactivation ritual. I don't know who mentioned it. It was, I don't know if it was Betty or Roswell. The reactivation ritual, no, it was Otto. It was Otto or Garfield. It was like when they were punching Roswell, right? Like when they're like giving him his punishment. Someone mentioned the reactivation ritual. So because of that, I was like a little confused, but like I kind of had an idea of what they were like talking about, and it was like, you know, this Echidna being revived stuff. But it definitely was mentioned in the anime. It was just like glossed over like really quickly and just, you know.
But for anyone who's wondering how Echidna revived herself, it was the result of two things. A reactivation ritual that was established even before her death.
It was even before her death. Okay.
And Ryuzu Shima accidentally taking the trials 10 years ago.
And Ryuzu Shima taking the... Was that mentioned? Am I a fraud? Was that ever mentioned? The first one I could kind of guess, but like the second one... She did.
A reactivation ritual that was established even before her death, and Ryuzu Shima accidentally taking the trials.
She accidentally took the trials? Is that what was implied in that scene? Damn! I don't think I caught that! Did I never catch that? That's insane. So, like, that... Oh, well, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
10 years ago. After Echidna's death, Roswaal discovered that her experiments were unsuccessful because she was trying to put her soul into an empty vessel.
Right, Roswaal did mention this. It doesn't work with a fully empty vessel. It has to at least have something in it. Like, it just can't be, like, literally just empty as fuck. And that's why I guess it, like, fucking worked. Where she went to get young Garfield during his trial and why she knows about the life reuse. Got it. I got it.
However, if the vessel already had another soul inside of it, it was possible to possess their body by eliminating the lesser of the two souls.
Okay, that... Exactly, it's like, okay.
Thus,
yeah.
during Ryuzu Shima's trial, Echidna planted a small piece of her soul in Shima's body. Ever since then, she'd been slowly taking control of her body until finally she possessed her completely, which essentially killed Ryuzu Shima.
So, literally, she put a little bit. She poured a little bit of her soul. And as time went on, it just started getting, like, gradually even, like her presence started growing even more, to the point where Shima herself just died. She got cooked. And she took over. What? Wait, that's actually fucking wild.
Which essentially killed Ryuzu Shima. This is why we hear Echidna's voice coming from Shima in Season 2, Episode 24.
Dude, this threw me off. Dude, this threw me the fuck off. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, this shit was crazy though. Even if I didn't like exactly know what the fuck this meant, dude, hearing Echidna's voice out of her, I was like, what the fuck? And then they just dismissed it like it was nothing. The anime was just like, oh yeah, by the way, here, have this for like 2 seconds. Oh, that's it. That's all you get. Like, I think that's fucked up, but like, it was shocking.
Essentially killed Ryuzu Shima. This is why we hear Echidna's voice coming from Shima in Season 2, Episode 24. After possessing Shima, Echidna just needed Emilia to break the barrier to make it safe for her to venture beyond the sanctuary.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. So it was just like, it was literally just also the fact that Emilia just had to like get rid of the fucking, like free the sanctuary, and now she's free. Echidna's just out there, I guess.
Everything went according to her plan, and she reincarnated as Omega. So far in the novels, Omega has been completely absent from the main story, though I do expect to see her again once we're closer to the end.
What the fuck? Wait, when was this video? When was it uploaded? 4 years ago. Is this true? Is this still true to this day? If there's any Ellen readers in this chat, I don't know. I don't know if there's any Ellen readers in this chat, but is this like to this day? Is she like still like absent, or we know where she is from side stories? Cause like this is like an old ass video, so like that's why I'm asking. Is that like insane spoilers? I mean, I could just be okay. I could be getting myself into some crazy territory here, but that's just crazy that like 4 years ago, with what was like releasing, she was gone. Okay. Alright, well, I guess it could be a massive spoiler. Who knows?
Omega has been completely absent from the main story, though I do expect to see her again once we're closer to the end. Thankfully, we can follow Omega's adventures by reading her series of side stories.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, literally, you just mentioned that shit.
They are side stories, so there's not going to be too many big reveals, though I will summarize the first one to at least give you an idea of what's been happening since Season 2.
Okay. Let him cook.
Before she left the sanctuary, Omega recovered her special mana crystal that contains the souls of all the other witches inside of it.
What? Dude, what? I completely forgot about that. What the fuck? Yo, how did I forget about the other fucking witches? I'm tweaking.
Recovered her special mana crystal that contains the souls of all the other witches inside of it. From the crystal, the witches can watch everything Omega does and interact with her too, so these side stories have a lot of funny dialogue. Anyway, she ventures into the forest and beyond the sanctuary, but runs into a life-threatening issue. Snow is cold, and people freeze when they are frozen, so Omega tries to use fire magic to raise her body's temperature before she dies of hypothermia. Remember, Omega used to be a mage as powerful as Roswaal, however she just got a brand new body that came with a brand new gate. because she hasn't yet had the chance to adapt to it properly, the fire magic went horribly wrong and
God damn, Echidna's trying to fucking burning the fucking forest away. But that's such a cool concept. That's cool. The fucking witches are just spectating. They're literally spectating, bro. They're just spectating Echidna. Bro, Echidna's just like going around and then they're just spectating, like just talking to her, like fucking backseat gaming and shit. That's funny as hell.
Came with a brand new gate. Because she hasn't yet had the chance to adapt to it properly, the fire magic went horribly wrong and caught the surrounding forest on fire.
That's crazy.
Now, instead of freezing to death, she's about to burn to death. And if she dies, then her master plan would all be for nothing. Plus, the other witches inside the crystal would die too, again, or something. Ryuzu's...
Good point! What do you mean by that? What happens if they just die again? Wait, double death? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, a good point. Echidna would probably feel lonely, huh? Yeah, 400 years building the bonds with the other witches. Dude, that's funny as hell. Casually commits arson and burns the ecosystem. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is fucking hilarious.
About to burn to death, and if she dies, then her master plan would all be for nothing. Plus, the other witches inside the crystal would die too, again, or something.
Okay.
Ryuzu's gate wasn't suitable for using water magic, so instead, Omega uses wind magic to redirect the flames elsewhere.
Okay.
This allows her to survive, but ends up spreading the fire even more.
What the fuck? Yo, somebody took our magic privileges away. Just stop casting shit, bro. Just stop casting shit. Oh my god, the entire forest is cooked, man.
After just barely escaping death, Omega felt exhaustion for the first time in 400 years. While she's resting, a group of bandits approach her with weapons.
Oh,
what
shit.
a group of bandits might have wanted from a defenseless-looking lolly is up to your imagination, but Omega tells them she'll do whatever they say if they're able to remain standing for the next 30 seconds.
Oh,
Omega
shit.
then reveals her true form, allowing her soul to visualize behind her. After seeing the face of...
Is this like an actual... Look at this illustration right here.
her true form, allowing her soul to visualize behind her.
Woo! This is fucking... This illustration is very good. What the hell?
After seeing the face of the Witch of Greed, one by one, the bandits dropped to the ground, puking their guts out, slitting their own throats, and foaming at the mouths.
Oh my god!
18 bandits in total, and not a single one survived.
18 bandits gone just like that. I mean, obviously, right? Even though the gate hasn't been trained, or it's not like her gate, it's still... She's still got her fucking... She's still got her arsenal, bro. That's crazy.
Omega loots their bodies, finds some new clothing to wear, and then continues her journey as if she didn't just murder 18 people and burn down an entire forest within just 10 minutes of being alive again. That was the first Omega side story, and...
10 minutes? Oh, that happened in 10 minutes? Yo, that is crazy. 10 minutes of that? Yo, that's fucking hilarious. What the fuck?
I thought it did a great job showing how dangerous witches really are. Echidna
Yeah.
quite literally just reincarnated, and already she's causing unprecedented amounts of destruction. The following stories aren't quite as eventful, but I'd still recommend reading them because Omega is best girl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm also hoping that Omega will get an OVA or something. But...
Bro, Omega best girl? This guy... It's not even actually Echidna, it's Omega technically. Like, this guy is just, right? He's a glazer, right? Echidna glazer? I respect it. His entire PFP, his entire name, bro, his entire brand. You know what? I feel that. Echidna a baddie. Also, I see the funny number, 69 retweets, 420 likes. Pretty genius.
But maybe I'm just in denial that my favorite chapter is never getting animated. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. I'm out for now though. Keep talking about ReZero and stay hyped for season 3. Peace out.
Damn. Yo. Amazing fucking video. Mr. Echidna, man. First video of Echidna on the channel. Not gonna lie. I can see, yo, he's the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. This is a very good video. Dude. The way he presented the information, added his, his little, like, little jokes in there too. And he pretty much made it very easy to understand too. Like, and he obviously, went to the actual, like, chapter and took it from there too. Like, he did an amazing job with this video. Wow, so that's what happened with fucking Omega, I guess. It's just funny that yo spawns in frame 1, 10 minutes of just pure fucking chaos. Oh, yep, and that's why witches need to stay gone, y'all. We cannot bring these bitches back, man. Yo, the whole world's for the fucking just like literally go to shit. Alright. Well, that is it for today's video. If y'all enjoyed, subscribe and leave a like down below if you're new. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.